Oh. Yes, it would appear that I have quite a few. So I should go get these? Is this gear I would use, or should I get gear for like a future job? Components are used for gear and stuff that's not level 80. Okay. Wait. Oh, is it not here? Oh, okay. But I guess, is it... Oh, is it this one? Oh, yeah, it is this one. It's the one you guys told me about earlier. Oh, shoot. It's like way better. Oh, man. The best non-rain drop. Oh, sick. Oh, what is this? Oh, Dark Knight. Oh. Oh, Marauders use axes? Oh, sick. Wait, oh, this comes as a set for 600? Sign me up. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Wait, we gotta take a look at this. Oh, that thing's sick. It's like way cooler. Oh, it clips, but it's super cool. We're the best. Oh, apparently these... Oh no, these are even better. Oh, nice. They got a little Iron Man look going on them. Sick. I didn't get the top and the bottom because then I'd have to go back to apply my plate. Okay, cool. I gotta go back to Vesper Bay. Oh my gosh, and then Urianger is gonna have like another 40-minute monologue. Listen, I like the guy, but... wordy would be a word I use to describe Urianger. When you get chests and stuff and you equip them, just update gear set and equipping it. Oh. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, I should do this. Oh, speaking of which, how do I want to delete these old ones. Wait, what is BTN? Botanist. Ah, yes. Yes, I did have that. I stood there. I was like, what is that? Guy you paid to do your essays. Oh, I see there's a lot of love for Urianger here. Oh, man. The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task. The second coil now lieth, yes. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow? An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Alice beheld. an unnatural conjuration. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if the Lady Alcée did absent herself. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nail. Vandarnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction. If thou hast heard the tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. He, I say, for Nail was for certainty no maid. Oh! The noble house Vandarnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alag. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamun, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nail to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamun, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Vandarnus' resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was so as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock, yet I cannot help but dwell on Nail's words, those beloved children. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove the source of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable the coil shall be for naught. Forgive me my indelicacy, my lady, thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls. Canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut. Epicome, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your talents. I owe to you that we have achieved so much. Oh, time had dulled the pain of thy passing. I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlian. Oh. Oopsies. Will you now find a use for the secret for the key that only you and I hold? What? Given our familiar propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. What? What? Wow. Alright on, Kuro. We'll see you next year. Yeah, no, this MMO story is crazy. Do I just talk to him again? Fragments of truth? Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alcée, undeterred by the burden of knowledge. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Epicome, remain by her side. Yeah, everyone keeps saying it just only gets better. Epicome, it is well that you are here. Honestly, for an MMO, like, even the base Reborn wasn't too slow. I mean, with double XP and we just like went MSQ to MSQ. But I thought it was pretty good. I have met with some difficulty in my mission, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats. And more than anything, I think it's just like how much presentation they put into it. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining inner hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nelvan Darnus unto his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thrall shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Orianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must often remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade who defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded. You need not worry. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Epicome's company? I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Epicome is true. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One in the Burning Wall and the other at Singing Shards. I left an assistant at each location. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful. Go to Burning Wall first. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this before, but I'm like really glad that people advised and convinced and like partying with me, like guiding me through dungeons and stuff and helping me out to like keep me from getting distracted from like all the little side stories and the side quests and every optional dungeon and all the jobs and all that. I think that helped a lot too, right? Like I just beelined like Paladin all the way, just main story all the way. And then, you know, just now like we tried Red Mage, but oh shoot. I'm gonna go to Camp Drybone. It makes a huge difference. Oh, right on. Yeah, no, it's been very helpful for sure. Yeah, I think if I played on my own, like I would still just be like probably not even halfway through the main story of the base game, just like trying different stuff. And like you guys said, like that the novelty wears out after a little bit, just because you're like, because at a certain point you like, I think the problem with doing that is like you hit a wall in all the things you started like at a similar time, and then you're like, well shoot, now I feel like I'm not making any progress or nothing new is happening. So it's been good, and I think it works both ways, because now I'm like, in some ways, I think I have a bigger buildup of excitement to check out all the side stuff, like, once I have the leisure, whether it's different jobs, like, just because there's so many options. So now I'm like, okay, so if I did ever get bored with, like, a little bit of the story or whatnot, or I want to take a break, like, I just know that there's so much more I can do. Are you above? Oh, you're above. So, it's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. I say, are you not Mrs. Chobra, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, madam, at your service. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. So near and yet so far, well, it avails us not to stand here. Let us away to Mordana. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid. Fairly surprised you're an ether. It was mostly just because we had a lot of other people that were playing on ether, and you know, if I ever were to like connect with one of my friends in NA that still play it. And I was told that the ping's not bad from Australia, so here we are. And so far, it's bearable. Where am I going? Oh. To the east. Do I have this on my SSD? I probably do. I've been having to juggle my disk space a little bit. Oh, what the, really? You know, didn't you? That is hilarious. Oh. Oh, this place is sick. Look at my snowman standing on lava. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I'm relieved to see that you were unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task. Oh, my lady, your words are wasted. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we must go. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Confound it, we are losing precious time. 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. Blah 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 blah. Urianger has found a way? Then we must go to him at once. That's true. The ping would be absolutely way more godlike on Japan. That much is true. Oh, because I started teleporting. Oops. All good. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, I also just wasn't sure how much of a community was there and how easy it'd be to find. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Yeah, but this is where we always get out. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth north that you would emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? And need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the selfsame ethereal egress. From this we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we proposed to employ a modified aetherite which served to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. This is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I cannot help noticing your repeated use of the word we. Nay, my lady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Alphanond. Excuse me. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. That's true. Yeah, maybe once I go through, like, everything for, like, a year on NA, maybe I'll make a character on Japan, too. But I feel like it's one of those things where, like, man, once you get a taste of what that ping is like, can you really go back? Is that really doable? You know, it's like how, back in the day, playing on 180 ping from Korea to NA for League of Legends was bearable. But and then you go to LA and playing is bearable. But once you experience Korean ping on Korean server, playing from LA to Chicago is even unbearable. But they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levelure. Ah. Alphanot, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered, would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We shall speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphanod be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Do you hear that, Alphanod? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alice, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. Jeez, Alphanod, so harsh. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. I mean, he speaks the truth. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levelure, I would be present for his final moments. Very well. You may join us on one condition. I make the decisions. Typical sibling argument. Oh my gosh. If it pleases my milady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. I mean, Alphinaud's definitely a bit of a prick. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thenelon and Mordana, so former that will be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground, the drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word. The word. I have given it. Whew. Alright, we're ready. Yo, this set is sick. Can't wait to get the full set. That's so hype. Oof. All right. I'm now a level 40 miner. I'm glad helping us out and waiting around is doing something for you. So this is how it looks on the inside. This interment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bauman has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge. Yo, yes, so you gotta get yourself some glamour to cover that mismatch. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalaman's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. I'm the representative of the plebs. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys got me to look at the cash shop yesterday. Whoa, yo, this place is hype. Oh, and this place is like actually like walking through and like going up towards the boss. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, after they're really committed. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just about there. 55 on the paladin. You guys waited for me to get hooked into the base game, get through the grueling part. Know that I can't escape now. Start a second job. I have to say, it worked. Here we are with already an outfit. Yo, look at this shield. And a sword? Oh, sorry. I'm helping. Yeah, it goes. It can go both ways. Depends on the person. But unfortunately, our regulars know how I am once I I mean, it's the Korean it's the Korean game player in me. Sick cosmetics, sign me up. Holy moly. Wow, a lot of dragons. Toothless, no! Oh, wow. Your cheekbones have grown out a little bit, my guy. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, shoot. The daughters and sons of Imdgud. Imdgud. Oh. I guess I rushed into the middle of all that. I guess it kind of hurt. Oh, wait, really? Several are from the Korean version of the game? That's funny. Considering this is one of those rare situations where Korea's actually behind in patches. Oh, these guys are actually kind of tough. This is a hype. This is a hype raid. So these are all normally 8 people, right? Oh, gotcha, gotcha. So then once some of them take off, they get brought into the NA one. Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, Koreans know how to develop some sick cosmetics. And if they have the business power to make really good partnerships, like Cartwriter has some of the most insane collaborations. And it's such an old game. Unless you can't. Oh. But if I respawn, can't I not watch Jamesy? We know our priorities. What is this? Hey, did you take this for your blue mage? I'm gonna hope you did. Oh, did not. Wait, are we currently on... This is gonna sound silly. Are we currently on Shadowbringers or Stormblood? Which one's the newest one? I guess... Wait, so it's not even that new then, huh? Well, no, not me in the game. I meant the... Sorry, I shouldn't have said we. Final Fantasy XIV is currently on. Okay, Shadowbringers. Got it. By the 12 dragons and so many. We were aware that the Allagans possess the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Allagans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number? The element did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Allagans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Allagans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider. From that I infer that the Primal is given form by the will of worshippers, whom we have yet to... Oh. God, strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress that they might sustain the Primal's existence. Wow, that is messed up. Truly, their ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged, let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Afanad. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Alligans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the Primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Wow. Wow, that's... Wow, Alphanod's a prick. I can't believe he asked Alice if she was gonna turn... Wow. It's messed up. Alright. Is there one more? Is this the last one? Ooh, those types of pugs are always rougherino. I feel for you, nerd. That in any MMO, it's always rougherino. So is matchmaking for duties across all worlds on the data center? We had just run Imdigud. Oh, 2 more after this one. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Wait, if... I see. I think I'm just from the era where we can trial and error learn, not study replays. I mean, I prefer trial and error learning, but I think it's also just like, oh, do we stand here? With so many resources and videos and wikis these days, people are just used to I don't know what I'm supposed to do. People just kind of expect things to go as smoothly as possible. Oh, you want me to stay here? I see. Oh no, he's trying to figure it out. Hey, Happy New Year, Infectious. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. But it's like the same in, I think, any multiplayer. Like a lot of PvP games these days are also like, people are like, what? Like, why would you like try that build? Like, did you watch the guide? I'm sorry. In some ways, it's like, okay, with MMOs or even other games, like you can find like your own group, but also sometimes that's not as easy. So I'm like super thankful that there are people that like helping me out learning this game. But it's 2 expansions ago. Well, yeah, I mean, also if you do have a static, it's definitely easier to learn for sure. It's just, it's much harder, I think, these days, regardless of game. Like, even I've heard many good things about Final Fantasy 14, but even then, it's, I think, compared to the past, it's probably much harder to find pugs that are like willing to learn. Why are you not building these? Deathfire Grasp. That is. Are we stuck? Oh, do we need more people? Oh, this one's mapped. Oh. 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 Wait, maybe shouldn't, wasn't there like a, there was like an other side we could go to, right? Because wasn't there a split? Maybe we have to activate the other side. Oh, there's follow. Oh. Are you following? Oh, you're going to the other side. Okay, we'll chill out here. I don't know. Try requesting it. Do it. Nothing's happening.